Hey, this is Rosa Rubio Giotto from RCG Creations. How are you? I am going to be bringing today making pizza crust in a bread machine. We have an Oster 2-pound bread machine, and I got the Oster manual here that I downloaded because I can't find my original book anywhere. Anyway, when you have a laser printer, it's nice because you can print all these pages pretty inexpensively. Okay, so what we need to do is we get 1/2 teaspoon salt, 3 cups all-purpose flour, 1½ teaspoon active dry yeast, 7/8 to 1 cup of water, 2 tablespoons olive oil, vegetable oil. And make sure you always watch your particular machine, because how you load your machine is based on your model. So make sure you have your instructions and your manual, if you not, download it so you know how to load your machine. My particular machine requires all the liquids first and then the dry ingredients. Then you make a little well on the top, like a little hole, with you just poke your finger in there, and that's where you put the active yeast in. Okay, so 3 cups all-purpose flour. Oh, I didn't get my knife so I can get a level amount. Let me get the rest of my measuring spoons. Okay, 3 cups. And don't forget, get your water first before you do anything, because the water has to be at room temperature. And from a lot of my research that I've been doing, when you're using your bread machine, or even when you're making bread actually, room temperature is important on certain recipes, so follow the recipe exactly if you want to have good luck and a good success. Okay, this cup measures 2 cups. And I'm making a big mess. I'm spilling my flour everywhere. And this is all-purpose flour. Okay, I'm just shaking it to make sure it's pretty level. And from what I'm told, this is the one time you pretty much need to be precise on your recipe. So like adding a little bit or a little bit off really isn't all that great. So I'm trying to make it level. Okay, great. 2. Oh, liquids go first. Okay, so my liquids, the only thing that's liquid is the water. And this has been sitting out here for a while, so I know it's at room temperature. 2 tablespoons of olive oil. So let me get my tablespoon. Oops, oh fudge. That sure did come out really fast. I hope I don't mess this up. I'm just going to be a little easy on this next scooper. Okay, that's 2. Alrighty, and then that's all the wet stuff. So now we're going to do the teaspoon of salt. 1/2 teaspoon of salt. Oh, wait a minute. I'm doing the 2-pound one. I'm doing the wrong directions. Fudge. Okay. 1 3/8 cup of water. Okay, I'll be back. I need to go get 1 3/8. So where's my 3/8 on this thing? I'll be back because I don't know what 3/8 cup is. I'm going to have to look it up. All the wonders of Google. I just Googled the measurements. So it's asked for 1 1/4 to 1 3/8 cups of water. So 1 3/8 is 1 cup. 3/8 would equal 6 tablespoons of water. Okay, so let's go get the water. Okay, so I got my water, and it asks for 1 3/8. And before we put 1 cup, so now I just need to add the 3/8 of water. Okay, so that's that. And we needed 3 tablespoons of olive oil. Before I put 2, so now I need to add 1 cup. So I think I'm done here. Being careful with this oil so I don't mess up like I did just a few minutes ago. I always like to close my liquids because if I spill, I have a big old mess. Okay, so that's the water and that's the oil. Now we're going to want 4 cups of flour. So that's 2. Make sure all my liquids. Okay, good. And on my particular machine, I like to put it all in the center, so it makes a little. It's easy to make a little mound. So I need 4 cups of this whole. Oh no, I just need 1 cup. 1 cup. 1 cup. Oh, we're getting too much flour here. Always double check your recipe, because especially if it's new to you. Which all this baking stuff is new to me, because even though I am 60, I never was much of a cook. I was not a domestic person. I always had my husband or my daughter. She loved to do all this cooking and baking and all this stuff. She still does. She's got 2 kids, and she's now a grandma. So I'm now a great-grandma. And she loves to cook. Not me. That missed my gene. Okay, 3. Oh no, I did say. I was reading the wrong one. 4 cups all-purpose flour. Here I am with a willy-nilly. So that's 1 cup. I do want 4 cups flour. 4 cups flour. Yes, 4 cups of flour. Because my machine makes 2 pounds of bread. Okay, so shake it to make it level. Take out any excess. Okay, really darn close. Trying to avoid all that powder fluff. Air. Okay, 3/4 teaspoon of salt. 3/4. One, 2, 3. Okay, salt, flour, water, oil. Now we need 2 teaspoons. So let me get my teaspoon back out. Half a teaspoon. Where's my 1 teaspoon? 1 teaspoon of dry yeast. So I'm going to make a little hole right in the center. Remember, when you do this, depending on your machine, if it asks for a hole, don't dig deep enough, because you want to make sure you don't see any liquid, because the yeast can't go in the liquid. So I need 2 teaspoons, that's a teaspoon, back to dry yeast. You want to make sure that the yeast does not touch the liquid yet. It'll do it when the machine starts moving around. So that's 2 teaspoons. And I'm using the Fleshmann's Bread Machine Yeast. Okay, that's everything. Now I go put it in the machine, and let me bring the camera over so you can see what I'm doing. Sorry if it was a little fast. Let me make sure you're in focus. Yes. Try not to move too fast with your stuff so it doesn't all joggle around. Okay. Very carefully stick it in your machine. Oh, make sure that your paddle is in your dough paddle thing is in there. It's snapped in. I always forget if it's forward or backward, but it doesn't matter. Okay. A little dusty there. Okay, and the directions say, combine all the ingredients, select the dough setting, press start and stop. Okay. So we're going to do, what are we going to do? Select dough setting. Well, how do I know what dough setting it is? In a small bowl, combine all ingredients, blend until smooth, spread or drizzle. Oh, that's for another recipe. Select the dough, press the start and stop until unit signals display 0. Pat dough. Okay. I'm just going to do basic. I'm going to do light. And then start. Okay. So let me bring you up here so you can see. See? There it is doing its thing. So we'll let it do its thing. And it says here, press start and stop until unit signals and display reads 0. Press the start and stop. Select the dough setting, press the start and stop. When the unit signals and displays reads 0, press the start and stop. Okay. So it's at 3 minutes. Alright, so we'll come back to that next phase. Okay, we're back. The timer has gone off. And there's the dough. And it's not sticky. So we're good to go. Hubby, will you take this out, please? I'm going to have hubby. He doesn't want to be in the video again. Okay. Go ahead and put it on the table. Because you don't want to be in the video. And then I'm going to set up the camera. Okay, alright, I am in. Now from everything that I've read, all we have to do is just take it out. And there's what the inside looks like, nice and clean. And if it feels sticky, add a little bit of flour, but you can see none of it sticking, so it's not. So now all we have to do is press it out to the shape of the pizza pan. I went ahead and sprayed canola oil or some kind of oil spray on the bottom so it doesn't stick. Oh honey, turn the oven on 400. Okay, so I'm going to continue doing this and I'll bring you back. Go ahead and turn it off. Well, actually, he's sitting there. This is my very first time making pizza dough.
400?
400. Yeah, recipe says 400, yes. Now, last night, I made cauliflower pizza out of cauliflower, and it tasted good, except for the cauliflower had too much water in it. My husband's Italian. He knows how to do this. I don't. So he's going to do it. And he adds more pressure. I have problem with my wrist, so I don't have too much pressure. And he knows how to spread it all around. Can you see right quick? Are you in focus? Okay. And we only had enough pepperoni left for one pizza, so this is going to be our lunch. Late lunch, but lunch. And we're going to have a salad to go with it. Now he's pinching the edges, just because it's nice to have a crispy edges on the pizza, like a real pizza from a store purchased pizza. But you don't have to do that if you don't want to. Oh, excuse the reach of his arms in the camera, but our angle is we could only go so far. Well, he likes thick crust, so make mine thin and keep yours thick. But I don't know how that would bake it, if it would bake evenly, if one side's thick and one side's thin. I think you need to spread this part out. Excuse me, I was starting to cough. I'm going to show you. I'm going to get close up. But I'm not going to show hubby because he don't want to be in the video. You see, he's just kneaded it all out. You want to make it as level throughout the whole pizza as possible so it gets an even bacon. Because you don't want one part, that part looks a little thicker. That right there looks thicker. So he's kind of stretching.
Too much, you'll get it hot.
I'm sorry, repeat that?
You don't want to touch the dough too much, you'll get it hot.
What does that mean?
It'll start sticking, you'll start sticking. You'll get the dough,
okay.
You'll warm the dough up, it'll get hot.
Italian, he knows. I don't. I'm Hispanic. Okay, so now we're going to add our sauce.
Spoon.
And this is the leftover sauce from last night, but it's been sitting out. And he's just going to spoon it on everywhere. This is made from my homemade, well, it's not really homemade. Yes, it is. I crushed the tomatoes, cooked the tomatoes, I skinned and de-seeded the seeds from the tomatoes, put it through a food mill, and then jarred it up and made tomato sauce. So this is kind of as close as homemade as you can get. And then we added our own seasoning. Hubby made the whole seasonings. Do you remember what seasonings you put in here?
Parsley, Italian seasonings, like Pepper Flakes.
Okay, we're going to be back in a minute because I'm running out of battery juice again. And we're going to go ahead and just layer everything, put it in the oven, 400-degree oven, and it's going to take 20 minutes, 15 to 20 minutes, and then we'll bring you back when it's done, and then we're going to eat.